this is Egg Von Empire here. I'm here to welcome you to my second episode styled like this, where we have a gameplay in the background, but it's mainly about one central topic. The first one, FNAF Movie 2 review. This one is about why I believe that the best IDW characters from the Sonic comics, the original ones, it is objectively Tangle and Whisper. Even though I do have my preferences. I like Surge and Kitsune, I like Starlight, I like Mimic. I like all these people. I said people like them, not just characters. But anyway, I do enjoy having them here. But Tangle and Whisper have a storyline unlike others, really, because of how just how weird theirs is. Oh, first I've got to show off the Doom Wings. They're the coolest power-up. Like, objectively the best one that you can get. Objectively the worst one to use. Like, if you're gonna get a power-up, get Doom Wings. Anyway, back to where we are. Swap to my boy. Well, my gals, I guess, would be the correct term. We're headed to be for the Whisper and Tangle playthrough. Now, this was recorded in 2 sessions. And what those 2 sessions were, I can explain to you. The first one was about a week ago. The second one was about 4 days ago. Now, the reasoning behind this is because I could not unlock Tangle yet. I did not have Tangle unlocked. I recently unlocked Tangle, but we started off by getting Whisper first. Whisper's my favorite, so might as well start talking about why I think it starts with how they got introduced. Because Tangle got introduced relatively early on in one of the first attacks. Their village gets attacked by Eggman. I don't remember most of Tangle's storylines. I like Whisper's more. But basically, Tangle's group gets attacked by some people, by Eggman. Early on, and their village is practically destroyed, but they act as a hero. They act heroic. Like, they step in for their village, which is a very good sense of character for them. Then we swap to Whisper. Now, Whisper is kind of more of an outsider in the thing that they show up in. Well, yes, they do show up. They don't really speak much. You don't really know about their origin. Then comes in Mimic. Not the Mimic. The octopus. Mimic is such an interesting character because he acts as a villain that worked with heroes before. And he wasn't even because he did believe in the cause. I think he's interesting because he's a villain that saved his own story. And other people died because of him trying to save him. His selfishness led to others' death. That led to the entirety of Whisper's old team dying, which is really cool. And over the course of the storyline, you just deal like Whisper just hates Mimic. And rightfully so, for betraying the friends and destroying the entirety of the Diamond Cutter. I think they went with that name. And I think that's an interesting name because you can't really cut diamonds. You can destroy diamonds, but cutting a diamond is impossible. They're standing up against Eggman, which was seen as impossible. Like it would never work. So standing against the impossible makes sense. That's just an interesting name for the group. That's what I think, right? And leads to part of Mimic is such an interesting guy. He can mimic whoever he wants to perfectly. No differences being able to be told. And that's what makes him interesting. Because he could be anything. He can be anything. And I feel like that hasn't been explored enough yet. Because the power of mimicking stuff is so powerful. Like, I feel like if they ever wanted to kill off Mimic, they would have to get creative with it. Yes, but they could do it. But then, one of the better parts of it, Whisper and Angle reforming the Diamond Cutters is a big deal. And it's great for the team. Whisper, it's a big deal because it shows that Whisper got over her past trauma. And of course is willing to risk more lives again. Of course, he gets the land for the slaughter. And Mimic was part of the team again. So they didn't know that. And I think that's so interesting for a betrayal. Like, I don't know if they've done it yet, if they've revealed it. I don't have all the issues in the comics. But if they haven't yet, please, I am begging for them to do a Diamond Cutters betrayal. But Mimic is so powerful, I feel like we could do another Diamond Cutters. When in the Diamond Cutters, kill everyone but Whisper. When in Rome, I guess. Repeat over and over again until someone finally stops Richard from continuously making the Diamond Cutters and continuously letting someone in that secretly Mimic. Or actually just Mimic and they didn't question about it. I just think the idea is funny. Is it logical? No. Is it good? No. Is it funny? The question was, is it funny? Not if it's a good decision. Tangled, they're so bubbly, they're so happy, something must be up with them. There must be some trauma we don't know. Tangled is too happy for them to be normal. They're willing to give Luke. Sure, they're probably willing to give Tangled. Now, of course, the fact that the IDW comics are canon does lead to one slight issue, I'd say. That is being, you know, a very small little issue. What the hell is happening in IDW eventually, guys? Like, no, I don't think they're gonna die anytime soon, but whenever it dies, what happens? What happens when IDW gets canceled? Because people thought back in the day that Archie was never gonna get canceled, and then it got canned. So, like, anything's possible, so whenever IDW gets canned, what's gonna happen? All these characters have gotten mentioned in previous games, so will Sega just keep using them? I hope they would, but do we know that? No, we really don't. And that's the issue. The issue here is that we really do not know this. And we really can't know, can we? But another thing for another time, this video is focusing on you guys. Just another thing. This video technically can be split up into first. Because the first part's gonna be covering my characters written. Then here's the second part here's why I believe they are the best characters that have been introduced as the free DLC for Sonic Racing Crossworld. I've already touched upon this before, but Sonic Racing Crossworld is a very, very weird game. But I do enjoy it. It has such weird release schedules and stuff, and it's really hard to make videos on it, is what I'm saying, pretty much. But to explain exactly what's going to happen, the reason Tangle was one of the best choices so far is because they're actually Sonic-like. They're Sonic-like characters, and that's what we want to Sonic-like characters. and Knights were also great choices, so out of the 4 that were announced, all of them make sense, and I like all of them. It's just weird that Tangle and Whisper are superior still. Because they are the better characters still. Don't get that wrong. Like, they're genuine characters. They feel like they belong in Crossworlds, and that's different from the other characters. I want to put Tangle and Whisper next to all of the prime characters, because those still feel like they belong in Crossworlds, because they're Sonic. I feel like these are the more Sonic picks, which makes them superior in my opinion. Well, that might make them the worst in others' opinion. They are both the best and the worst choice depending on how much you care about other franchises. But I feel like the main five have already gotten dealt with. We really can lean in on some obscure Sonic characters that wouldn't get into the base game because of weird reasons. The basic game's roster was already great, but always be better. And I feel like adding some Necklace or Infinite would be cool and all. But I think Tangle and Whisper are perfect for this because they are just not Sonic enough. They're just far enough from Sonic, where Sonic seemed to approve. That's what it is. Because these two DLC characters are almost always non-Sonic characters. That's how it was for the first amount of them. Why Tangle and Whisper? Because they are first. It's a first for them to be here, and I'm good. They show up for their first time. Because they're just not Sonic enough. Because they're only from the comics. Which means they're just niche enough for them to make an appearance. Like, not too niche for most Sonic fans to not know them, but they are niche enough. That's what I need. I need them to be niche. And that's just how things are gonna go. I feel like this is just, like, they're the perfect gateway characters. Like, yeah, I definitely say that they aren't my favorites. They're high up there. Whisper and Tangle are both in third place in my favorite characters in the Sonic franchise now. But then SBO, Infinite, Methless, and Shadow the Hedgehog also have Sheriff's number 1, so like, like, we have 4 people in number 1. It's not hard to get there. Well, actually, Infinite was enough number 1 alone for quite a bit. Took all 2023 for SBO to make it there, 2024 for Shadow to make it up there, and 2025 for Methless to get up there. Methless was a close second beforehand. And you wonder who's in second now? I can actually tell you. Whisper. Tangle and Whisper got second place. But there is still third place stuff. We got the basic Sonic crew, and Vector and Charmy. God, where's the computer? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize for my sins against you. For the sins of doing that Vector book. Now, I also think Tangle and Whisper are great options for Sonic Rumble. They represent the game well. Because, let's think about it. The game was a big, illustrious chaos. And there's some more chaotic characters. And they have great abilities. Whisper alone, you can make at least 8 abilities. Based on every single Wisp. That's how good of a character they are. Because of Wisp. Of course, in this scene, you can see me collecting red rings, trying to get Tangled. Go and collect enough. After a week, though. After a week. Whisper's just such an interesting character, you know? They're a finale-like character. All of these characters feel like they show up near the end of the story. But, like, you guys better be prepared for the extravaganza. Because crossover extravaganza will be what Crossworld's next video is. Which will cover the entirety of part 1 of it. Which will be that entire Grand Prix. Of course, using my favorite characters from the bunch of the DLC games. Well, each festival will be covered. January will also get the big collection because it gets Pac-Man and other stuff. But whoever is my favorite out of the bunch gets to be there. In fact, we have to wait till 2027 for the new recently announced Mega Man game. I mean, like, I'm not even that big of a fan of Mega Man. I'm Mega Man. But I do get why we were sad about Sonic not showing up at the Game Awards. Like, they said stay tuned for the Game Awards. I don't think they announced anything in the Game Awards. I get respecting other people, but I don't think the Game Awards respected other people. It was utter and full disrespect towards everyone that name wasn't Expedition 33. I mean, I respect it. The game must be pretty damn good. I haven't played before, but like, it must be excellent. But like, Jesus Christ. That obliterated all of you. There was not a chance in heck you could beat Expedition 33. Gotta say, my boy DK Bonanza being best family game is what I want. That's what I want. What I need. Now, see, with the fact that we're meeting both a Mario and Sonic game, and you both like Mario Kart World and Sonic Crossroads, means I'm not mad at the results of Best Racing Game, because it was gonna be one of the two. And I think Mario Kart World shouldn't have won that, because it's not a racing game. It's an open world exploration game, and it could not stand a chance. Technically, a racing game does not mean it's a racing game. Because you can play 8 Grand Prix, but it does not mean that's what you're going in there for. If you're for the open world, they're both in two different ballparks. Because Sonic's a better racing game. Like, Mario Kart World didn't deserve best racing game. Not because it's a bit scamming, a bit overpriced. I'm saying that because it's barely a racing game. It's open world. I can have a ton of fun with the open world, yes. Have I have way more hours of Mario Kart World? Of course, because running around like a lunatic in the middle of nowhere doing random P-switch missions and 1 in the morning till 5 sounds like my perfect use of 5 hours of the forbidden time, as we call it. Because there are consequences to being up in the forbidden time. There are consequences. Consequences are called lack of caffeine, lack of sleep, lack of energy. Completely swapped up things, but I think you can understand why that happened. Now we're headed back to why Tangle and Whisper are great. Look, man, if you ever have watched one of my previous videos, the conversation talking point changes on a dime every 4 minutes. You are lucky I am going this route, so we can focus on one topic and just really dive deep into why this set of characters are great. I like mystery characters. I like characters that hide in the shadows or anonymous. It's ominous and cool. Like, even if you give them a design, which you shouldn't at first, you should make them a mystery for most of the season. Like if you have a 3-season series, and you introduce a mystery character, like you see them in the background, show a design, show like a glowing eye or something. You just have them continuously watch by. Then, in your second season of things, you should introduce them then. It's like just like mysterious characters. Keep a mysterious character in the background and explain what they do later because that's so mysterious. This show is so mysterious. Before their backstory was revealed in the Tangle and Whisper comics, I bet you people were theorizing about them. I don't say a single bad word there in Derek. Which isn't a curse word, by the way. Not really. But anyways, we so. I feel like mystery characters are always more fun for me. Because the characters being mysterious makes them curiously fun. Now anyways, well, I mean, as you can see, we're on the Tangle round now. Sorry for not having both of like the things equipped on it. I know, I'm stupid. But what happened to explain that stupid, dumb mistake, so for some reason, I have both of the abilities. I just didn't have it equipped for some reason. I don't even know why air dash is automatically equipped for all of my characters. It's odd. Well, but anyways, continuing on. Tangle feels odd. They're oddly more cheery, oddly more energetic. And that makes me sad. I also do think it's really funny how one IDW character just got overlooked in the beginning of this. Like, it's really funny. To explain who got overlooked, I can tell you. Yeah, it's very funny. We overlooked an entire character, Jewel. We mentioned every other IDW character, not Jewel. Jewel. And think about it. Actually, I think we missed quite a bit of IDW characters, but we didn't miss the Phantom Rider because Sonic's technically not his own character, but the Phantom Rider technically is. Like, it's complicated. Anyways, so now I do need reviews. Like, I need you to give me a bit of a review on all of them. Now, tell me, Aaron, if you are watching my channel, if you are watching any of my videos, please give me comments. I need the comments, I need the information, because I will not know anything without them. Also, I'm so thankful for the support you gave in the review video. That was such a good one. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. And at this moment here, to no one's surprise, the conversation topic changed again. But I talk about the same thing for enough times, and I will change it on the fly. I will change it on the dime. I am professional at this. Now, if you wonder why the graphical error happened, great question, I don't know. Now, to explain one other thing, yeah, I hate making Among Us videos. Like, I loved making it. Forgot to send. I hate that people just straight up name themselves slurs. It gets around the censorship bias. People straight up name themselves slurs. I have to edit the hell out of these videos just to make sure they don't have slurs in them. Not allowing people to customly name themselves is such a good idea from Sega. I wonder why they made it. Probably because someone in the team plays Among Us and they know that if you don't, they're gonna call themselves a slur. Doo-doo. A little melody amaze. Now, of course, you may wonder why Eggpon has been showing up in the more recent photos. I can give you information. I'm just annoyed. Will Eggpon show again? Of course, his face will always be there. I'm making an end screen for this video and every other video that comes after it that will feature Eggpon. So he'll be back. He'll be back. But soon you'll see. I can't sing more or they'll copyright strike me. It's not that bad. Not that copying, but it's close enough so soon they'll see. If you see me ever devolving into insanity on these videos, that's what. There's a reason. There's a reason behind it. All of these are unscripted, and this is just me talking into a mic about one topic. Giving me a topic was enough. That's why I started adding topics into these. Next video will be about how I think about every single role and why I think they're good. But also, they will also be unscripted. Because I really do not feel like scripting a 48-minute long video. I am terrible at scripting. I script at 1 minute and always think, okay, that's stupid as hell. Never mind, cut that. Make sure to like and subscribe under the weird text thing that says most recent release. That's the most recent release. This won't make sense when the thing drops. But, the next episode, yeah, watch it now. Bye.